Hey, hey, hey. What is this? As they say, happy hump day. How are you all doing? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I meant to change the title on my live. How is everyone doing? Happy, happy, happy. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got to live as God. Like, really think about what that means, to live as God, right? To be decisive. Hey, hey, infinite, infinity, infinite. Yes, eternal. Always is, always was, and always will be. Right, right, right. To live as God, right? God is decisive. God is power. God is authority and dominion. God is. God just is. What does that mean to be? To be what? What are you deciding to be? And just being it. Not trying to figure out how it's going to happen and when. That's not your concern. You're just supposed to be. You're a being, a spiritual being. Imagining that you're human. Oh my goodness. Really, really sit with that. Really think about that. What does it mean to live as God, right? It doesn't matter what anybody else is saying. And you know what's going to help you live as God? To take away the condemnation and the criticism, thinking there's a wrong and a right way to do something. Judging folks for doing things, right? Like here on my FYP, somebody that they said they're living the life of their dreams and they didn't go to college. They knew college wasn't for them. And they lied on their resume. And lying on their resume got them into the type of career they wanted, the career that they saw themselves as. And not judging the fact that they lied on their resume. Because people lie all the time, right? And he wasn't hurting nobody, right? He just, embellished on the resume, and that allowed him to be who he said he was, and not needing a degree as I like KRS One would say, a receipt of higher learning to determine what he could be in this world. That's why you got to take judgment out of it, right? If your story, your narrative isn't hurting anyone else, tell the story that's going to transform your life and walk in that, be in it, right? Remember, there is no fiction. You can recreate your life, and too many of us have been, traumatized, indoctrinated with this wrong, right, good or bad. Something on the outside is judging us and going to condemn us. Ain't nobody condemning you but you. Ain't nobody judging you. Nobody is standing over you saying you should say this, you should do that, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Ain't nobody doing that. You are the God of your experience. It's your consciousness that you live by, because your consciousness is the only reality for you. Your consciousness is the only reality for you. People lie all the time. Don't you know that? I'm not saying that people don't be hurt by other people's lies, because they do. But people realize that people say what they need to say to benefit themselves, right? And people embellish all the time, especially on a resume. Why wouldn't you? On a job application, why wouldn't you? On a credit application, on whatever application, why not embellish? Because the only thing that could happen is they find out, and then what? They don't hire you, or you don't get the credit or whatever. But, you know, If telling someone the story that you want them to believe about you and you can believe it for yourself, why not? Why not embellish? We got to get out of this wrong or right, good or bad type mentality, because that is holding us, a lot of us, back, thinking we have to follow these rules, these rules, these man-made laws that only apply to certain people and don't apply to others. And it only applies to the ones who believe in it. Because not everybody is buying into these laws and these principles that other people hold. You got to learn how to allow yourself to step outside of the box. Think bigger. Think outside of the box. Don't let people box you in, right? Because these laws are made up anyway. The laws of the land, all of these laws. Everywhere you go, somebody got some kind of regulatory, system set up to keep people in order, to teach people how to behave. Like, I don't need you to tell me how to be. I know how to be. I know how to be. I don't need rules to tell me how to be human, how to be kind. Hey, Cheerwine, how to be love. That's innate within us. How are you? So ask yourself, what story would you like to tell? What's the story? What's the greatest story ever told for you? Write your greatest story. Write the story that is great for you. Whatever story that is. Tell the story. Embody it. Live it. All right? Get rid of that fear mentality. Get rid of that somebody's watching you and judging you and somebody is looking. You're creating that reality, and so then you're going to experience it. But you can let that go, that mindset go, of thinking that there's a God outside of you, that there's an entity outside of you going to bless you or curse you or give you this or give you that. No, you're either blessing yourself or you're cursing yourself. You're doing it. Nothing else outside of you is doing it. There's no God greater than self, than the I am within you. That's where God is. Living right in you, your consciousness, your awareness of being. So what are you aware of? Who are you saying that I am? That's all you need to consider. That's all you need to, what story do I want to tell about myself? Who am I? How do I see my life? What do I envision? What do I contemplate? What am I meditating on? And that's it. Too many of us are so concerned with the wrongness of things. We miss our aims and goals in life because we too busy trying to judge what somebody else got going on. And that really is neither here nor there. How someone else is choosing to live their life. The only thing that matters is, how do you choose to live yours? How do you choose to live yours? That's all that matters. How are you choosing to live your life? Be the generator, the operator, and the demonstrator. I know a lot of people say destroyer. I don't roll with the destroyer thing, because why we always looking to destroy things? Where is the love in destroying a thing? And all things are eternal. And things will dissipate all on their own without your help, right? All things will eventually evaporate, dissipate, die without you needing to do anything. So you're supposed to demonstrate the God state, operate in the God state, generate the life you want to have and how do you do this? This is what's so important. How you do this is by giving your attention to it. That's all you need to do, is give your attention to it. I know we add all of this other stuff to it. Everybody want regulate your nervous system. Do 10,001 techniques. Do this, do that, when you're always thinking. You're always thinking, and you just have to learn how to what? Think. Control your thinking. Rom-coms used to be my favorite. I love romantic comedies, but I haven't watched any recently. And how are you, Severin? My favorite rom-com was My Best Friend's Wedding. I was a huge Julia Roberts fan. Almost anything Julia Roberts was in, I was here for it. Almost. I'm not gonna say every movie, but most movies, especially back in the 80s and the 90s. Huge Julia Roberts fan. Notting Hill. No. You like Notting Hill? I can't even say I don't even think I watched that movie, Notting Hill. I don't think I watched that movie. Oh. And one of my other favorite movies, and I cannot remember, oh my goodness. And it was with Michelle Pfeiffer and, oh my goodness, what's his name? Bruce Willis. That was one of my favorite movies too. I like that. I cannot think of the name of that movie. It was about them being married and they eventually got divorced, but I like that movie. I also like Family Stone. I know that's not a romantic comedy, but maybe it is. Family Stone with what's her name from oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank on the name of these these actors and actresses. Oh my goodness. And I just watched the TV show. They used to have an HBO show. She was on what's the name of that show? Sex and the City. It has Julia Roberts. Yeah, I said I watched most of them. I just said I didn't watch every Julia Roberts show, every movie. Remember I said I did say I didn't watch every Julia Roberts movie. And that's one of the movies I didn't watch. Yeah. It's the name of the neighborhood in England. Oh, okay. I mean, I've heard of the movie. I just didn't have any interest in it. Hey, Janae. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. I think the most recent romantic comedy I watched that I can remember was The Ugly Truth. That was a cute little movie, The Ugly Truth. I liked that. But yeah. It was a Family Stone was with Sarah Jessica Parker. That's her name. Sarah Jessica Parker. She was in that. And one of those older actresses too. I forgot her name. I could see her face, but I can't think of her name. It's funny and heartwarming. Oh, that's all. Yes. We'll see. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Jeanette. Thank you. I'm using a light here. Well, thank you so much. You said something is new. What is it? New from the last time we were on? Nothing. And nothing. Other than probably the last time I didn't have this light on. You know, these lights make a whole big difference. Look, see? You see that? You see that? That may be it. These little lights, you know, have you glowing. What does my shirt say? Don't ruin don't ruin my mood. Don't ruin my mood. So how y'all been? What y'all been up to? Are we maintaining the mindset that all is well, that we are the God of our experience? Oh, thank you, Janae. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Are we maintaining the mindset that whatever we ask for, we already have? That's the reason why we're desiring it. The reason why we're desiring the thing is because we already have the thing. And choosing to get away from from the judgment state of saying things are wrong or right or good or bad or evil, and just decide what reality do we want to experience, what reality do we want to express. Well, that's why you gotta practice discipline in that mind infinite. You gotta practice. You gotta make a a promise to yourself. You gotta be committed. Because once you make that decision and you ask yourself, what would God do in this situation, right? We need to ask ourselves that more. Since we say the supreme being, this all-knowing infinite power that is eternal, that is electromagnetic, right? This force is love and supports everything we do and is not judging it from a wrong or right or good or bad, but just says, if that's what you're going to give your attention to, that's what I'm going to bring to you. And since we know that, right, like we know whatever I continue to give my attention to is going to expand, and I'm going to get more and more and more of that. Because we know that to be true, we have to decide what we want to give our attention to, right? And we think habits are hard to break, but they're not. We only were told that. Thank you. Hey, Queen. They're not hard to break. How you doing? You just got to make a decision. You just got to choose to do it. Choose to do it. That's really it. You just got to make a choice. And if you fall off the wagon, get back up and don't judge yourself. Keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And you really have to not beat yourself up and say, oh man, I did. Oh man, okay, you did. You went back. You slid back for a little bit. Just get back up. Dust yourself off. Get your dust. You say, dust yourself off and try again. Dust yourself off and try again. Try again. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Pick yourself up and try again. Try again. So in my experience, I was saying everything was hard. So the evidence was supported by the 3D. Yep, that's what happens. You'll always get confirmation, right? The world is a confirmation bias, right? Your world is confirmation bias, because you'll always get what you accept. The world will always confirm to you your biases. Always. Always. Whatever you're assuming, you will get you will be shown proof of that all the time. But if you start telling yourself that it's easy, hey, light skin sensation. Oh, you changed your name again. Hey, oh, how are you? You love changing your name, huh? I like that, light skin sensation. That's cute. I've been great. How have you been? Life is good. We're choosing to operate more in the God state. Choosing to operate as God, right? When you allow yourself to go there, to just go there and contemplate that, meditate on that, ask yourself that open-ended question. Hey, Saturn. Ask yourself that open-ended question. What would it be? How would it be? What would God do in this situation? How can I be more God, right? How can I be more to live as God, which is decisive, which is powerful, which has dominion over all things? It's not tossed to and fro with when something doesn't go your way, you're getting all, flabbergasted and, mad at yourself. Hey, Amanda, how are you? Welcome. Hey, y'all love. How are you guys? I replaced hard with challenging, easy, effortless. things I actually wanted versus my habitual fears. That's it. That's it. You got to talk to yourself. You got to talk to yourself. You got to ask yourself those questions. Oh, in a psychology study. All right. All right. What did you find out in this study y'all love? Did you all complete the study? The experiment? That's what you have to, life is all about experimenting. That's what we're doing. We're experimenting here on this earth, on this plane. The class and me were being researched. Okay. Yes, hey, yes, you can, like skin sensation. And then I'll decide if I'll answer it, depending on the question. But you always can ask. Hey, EJ. Hey, can I get some advice? So I'm still on my morning mission. Flight is going to be bought today. All right. Ask yourself, where's the resistance coming from? Right, it's coming from the limiting beliefs. So I'm finding the state of being is way easier to do today when I thought and been holding strong. Lost count. Yes. So the researcher was wondering if there's a connection between regret and religion, spirituality. I would say so. That was good. I like that. All love. Okay. When I told my friend I was having questions about God, he called me a devil worshiper. Well, of course he would. Of course he would, especially if he has a religious mindset, like skin sensation. Of course. All the results aren't in yet. Okay. All right. How many people are in your class, all love? Hey, Jules. If my SB found out. You got to transform your thinking, Jules. You're trying to fix on the outside before you fix the inside. You got to change your mindset. You got to replay the story as you want it to be and then be still and let it happen. You're trying to make it happen. You got to transform it in your mind first. When you transform it in your mind, then you'll see it in your world. But you have to decide what it is you truly want and then remain faithful to that. Yes, I found the research to be interesting. He asked questions about God and prayer, meditation. Around 20 people are in my class, but he's doing it for other classes too. Okay, nice. So how do I change being scared of being in a relationship? You got to love you. You got to fall in love with you. Fall in love with you. Fall in love with you. And they will too. When you fall in love with you. Fall in love with you. It's all about you. Everything begins and ends with you. Always. The answer is always you. You're always the answer. You will forever be the answer. The answer will never ever not be you. It's always you. Always. See, not today, but to hold on. I've been persistent, but I don't feel like it no more. It feels now. Oh, yes, Saturn. Yes. When I see the results, I will let the live know. Oh, I can't wait. I'm really interested in the results, all love. I just see him following a bunch of girls now, and it's getting to me, especially when he's ignoring. All right, because you're paying attention to the circumstances. You create circumstances, and the circumstances are first created in mind. So you have to change your mindset. You have to, stop being reactionary. You're reacting as opposed to creating. You're supposed to be creating the reality you want to see. What you're doing is reacting to what you're seeing. And you have to stop reacting to what you're seeing. And you have to create the atmosphere, the reality in which you want to experience. So what is that? What is that? Yes, we've always been the challenge and the answer. Absolutely. Yeah, because I really didn't like how something ended, and I really had good intentions for everyone. Change it. Yep, respond rather than react. You're the creator. This is your world. This is your reality. You are the script writer. You are the producer. You are the director as well as the editor. See, it's you wrote a script that you really don't like the ending. You hate the ending, right? You wrote a script and you hate the ending. You hated how it all turned out. Guess what you get to do being the writer? You're the author of this situation. You get to change it. You get to edit it out. You don't have to accept how the script played out. You can change it. Change it. Don't be afraid to change it. And here's what you have to realize. No one is judging you but you. The world really is revolving all around you. Your world is revolving around you. So you don't like the way that the people that you've casted these roles, you don't like how they're portraying it. You have to rewrite the script, rewrite their role. Hey, Beachy Love. The difference between God and evil. Well, God is the source, is the power that is. It's never created, can never be destroyed. It just is. God just transforms itself into different things. So some people call God source or energy, consciousness, the substance that created all things. Evil, I will describe as ignorance. Evil is ignorance of the truth. When you don't know who you are, you act contrary to that. That's evil. When you forget who you are. When you think that there is something to oppose you, that there is something opposite you. When you think there's something other than you. Because there's only God. There's only good. There's only consciousness. There is no separateness. There is no other. There's only God. Hey, Lisa. How are you? Say one more question. How did the church react when you found this version of spirituality? Oh, I left the church before I discovered the truth. I had already left. I was questioning the doctrine when I left the church. I hadn't discovered that I was questioning the teachings because on my search for truth, it led me to almost atheism. So some of the stuff I was reading was saying that the teachings of Paul and the teachings of Christ did not align. So I found contradictions and discrepancies in scripture. So I brought that to the pastor I had at the time. This was back in 2007, 8, somewhere in there. And I only got to ask him like 1 or 2 questions. He wasn't going to have the discussion with me. And he was just like, well, at that time I was married to someone else. And he was like, well, Sister Heath, I hope to see you in paradise. And that was it. And I left the church. I'm doing awesome. I didn't discover the truth of who we are until 2018. That was like, what, 11 or 12 years later? Over 10 years later, when I discovered the truth. Yeah, it's doing awesome. Someone said these pastors are losing their Lamborghinis and oh my goodness, not the pastors are losing their Lamborghinis. Well, I don't know about that because they know how to convince their congregation. They know how to swindle, their congregation to I was in prayer today and God told me it's like 10,000 people. Some of them got 20,000 people in their congregation, 10,000, 5,000. Some people have huge congregations, and they definitely would be like, the Lord told me that we need a bigger church, or that I need a bigger jet, or that, the Lord laid upon my heart that if you sow this seed of faith, or sowed a seed of faith of $5,000, God is going to pour you out a blessing you will not have room enough to receive. But you got to sow this seed of faith. And the seed of faith is always money. Your seed of faith is, you better give me that money. seed of faith is always money. And they be like, and it's about 1,000 of you in here that can sow the seed of faith of $5,000. And God's word said, when you bring all the tithes to the storehouse, that there should be meat in my house. And won't he prove him now? You got to prove him. You got to test him now. You got to test him and prove me now herewith and see if I will not open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that you won't have room enough to receive. And they come running up. Boy, they be writing them checks so fast. They don't even accept checks, I don't think, no more. They be like, the Zelle is on the screen, right? The Zelle, the Cash App, these churches that have stepped into the digital age, right? They have the Zelle and the Cash App on the screen. And they be like, send it, Zelle it right now. Zelle me that 5K right now. Oh. So I took a picture yesterday of the sun, and when I looked at the picture, it has eyes. Ooh, nice. Ooh, I like that. No, it wasn't a whole lot, because I didn't grow up in church. I took it really well, because life made sense to me when I recognized that that the world was upside down, inside out. It was a relief. It gave me great relief to know that I wasn't crazy. The world is. I ain't crazy. The world crazy. The Bible, when I came into this understanding, the Bible helped me realize, it's the world that's based in fear, and they don't know that they living in fear most times. Most of the times they think that they're doing the will of God. They think they're in alignment with the truth. They are really the sheep without a shepherd. They really are the sheeple that is being led into, to the slaughter. They really are. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Purpose Penthouse. Hello. Right. I used to be married to a preacher. So they was trying to make me a missionary. They wanted me to be an evangelist. I used to, get up and share the word with the church. I used to be a Sunday school teacher too. So, Yeah. That charismatic. I got it a little bit. And I heard God. And I heard the Lord say, I can, I spent many days in church. My life was the church when I was in church. I was a faithful church attendee. I was faithful. I was going to all the shut-ins, all of the revivals in church, Sunday, Tuesday, Friday. And then when I switched churches, it was Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, all day Sunday. I was faithful. Hey, Nick, welcome, NYK. So as a kid, I asked my mom, why do you have to pay the church? It's not going to God. Right. Right, God can spend the money, right? So, is that easy? Me and that person are on good terms, being kind to each other. Yes. Beautiful. From Millionaire Keisha. Yes. Say that. So I believed I was atheist for years, then came across Abraham Hicks around 2019. So grateful. Yes, Cheerwine. That's why I came across Abraham Hicks in 2018. Yep. Hey, Lataxi. Say hello to all the millionaires here. Yes. Oh, you were just searching. I'm just your mirror. I'm just your mirror. You wish we did have meet and greets for real? Yeah, I think that would be nice too. We may have to set up something. Who knows what the future holds? Then they say women can't be preachers. Instead of calling them preachers, they call them evangelists and missionaries. That's all. They gave them a different name. Same thing. They doing the same thing. Hey, Elizabeth. Said my husband and I taught first grade Sunday school and helped with 2-year-olds. Oh, okay. All right. Y'all had the children's church and y'all had a nursery. Hun Elizabeth. Hey, Saint. Sup, God? Hey. I went to Abraham. Yes, I went to Abraham event as well. But I'm good. I'm good on the Hicks. I'm good on the magic carpet with Abraham Hicks. We went to one too when they came here in Illinois. I got to see it firsthand. I don't have to experience it again. I don't never got to go again. I experienced it firsthand. I got to see it up front and personal. I know my future because I'm a deliberate creator. Yes, I know, right? But you get to change your mind, Elizabeth. Sometimes you say you're going to do a thing, then you're like, no, really, I changed my mind. I don't want to do that. You be saying you want something, and then when you get the money to get it, you be like, nah, I don't think I want it that much no more. Oh, well, you could do that in here. All people got to do is say they want to come up and share. I allow space for that. We definitely can allow people to come up, those who want to share their stories with the group, with the community. People are definitely free to do that. If people want to tell how they came to know this truth. Yep, we're just really judging ourselves. Yep. Hey, Sage. Yep, commit with intelligence and discipline. Yep. Oh, you want to come up? You want to come up and share your story? Just water. I'm just drinking water. H2O with some ice water. Yeah, we get to decide. Fear says, what if? Faith says, even if. Yes. I like that. I like that. Faith says it's already done. What you talking about? It's already done. There's nothing to do because the works are finished. You're just supposed to lay claim to the reality you want to have. And then what? You let it happen. Too many of us, we want to determine the how and the when, but faith says it's already done, that part is not up to you. Lay claim to it. Lay claim to it. It's already yours. The moment you asked, I answered. You just got to learn how to be in that space of enjoyment, right? Hey, dream woman. Do you believe in manifesting appearance changes? Not sure if anyone ever asked this. Do I believe in it? Of course, all things are possible. Yes. People manifest appearance changes all the time, right? People color their hair, people get BBLs, people get breast implants, people get injections in their lips, people wear contacts with colors in it. People change their appearances all the time. Do they not? They get toupees, they wear extensions, they change their hairstyles, right? People put on glasses, right? People grow beards. People change appearances all the time. Hey, April. Do we not change our appearances all the time? I know sometimes we be looking for the miraculous. We be like, well, I'm 5 feet. Could I be 7 feet tall? Can you be? I don't know. Can you be? Do you believe you can go from 5 foot to 7 feet? We be expecting things to happen in an unnatural way when things happen in a normal, natural way. You know, if you want to be a few inches taller, just get some lifts in your shoes or put on some heels. You know, like, you'll be taller then. Yes, I lost over 100 pounds and now I'm getting curly hair, healed tons of issues. Yes, Elizabeth, say that.
Wow! Wow!
Yep. How do you stay grounded with seeing how the world is and what you know? Well, Beachy Love, I create my own world and I don't watch news. And when I see stuff happen come upon my FYP and say I sit and listen to it and I understand it is coming from a place of lack or fear, I reframe it in my mind. Like, I messed around and watched something on the FYP page. And you know, when you mess around and watch it, you're going to keep getting more videos regarding that topic, right? So it was a creator on here, a white male, a creator, who said that he made over $700,000 in 2024, right? And so with him making that statement, he did the breakdown of how much he paid in taxes and how much he did for this and how much he had to pay towards that and what he ended up with after all of that was said and done, what his net income ended up being. So here come the stitching for the people that look like me. The people that look like me decided, that could never be us. We could never make that kind of money. Oh my goodness, we got to work twice as hard, do twice as much to get half of that amount. I'm like, Lord, can we stop with that mindset? But I get it. That's the reality they live in. And they don't realize that they perpetuate an experience that they don't want to have by leaning into, we'll never be equal, we'll never make as much. And then I think of those people, and I think about people that look like us, that actually have become the highest paid in this, have actually became the highest paid in this field, has actually became the highest paid in that field. I mean, the highest paid in that field. And I'm like, well, that's not true always. That may be your personal experience, and it may be an experience for a lot of people because they buy into that concept. But I'm like, as long as you keep saying it, as long as you keep allowing that to be your belief, then yes, in order for you to make half as much as they make, you're always going to have to work 10 times as hard. Like, what? Why box myself in? Why even? But I get it. People don't even realize the stuff that come out of their mouth because they're just basically regurgitating what they heard someone else say, because you hear it in the entertainment world, especially like last year, with Taraji P. Henson. Remember when she felt like she wasn't getting paid her worth, or you hear, Black actresses and complain about not making, it's not being equity in entertainment or in that lane. And it's just like, well, as long as you keep saying it, as long as you keep being dogmatic about it, then that's going to continue to be you all's experience. You will always continue to get paid less because that's the mindset you have. That's why the scripture says you got to be in this world, but you can't be of this world. You can't think like everybody else think. Everybody think that, the herd thinks this way. You got to be willing to step away from the herd and create your own reality. You got to decide to step away from it and create your own reality. And so when I see that type of mindset, I immediately change it in my mind. Be like, nope, not my experience. I don't know. Because I know when I used to work downtown from the options downtown, worked for Chicago Board Options Exchange. I worked for them, and then I went and worked for a firm still at the same place. So I changed employers. Chicago Options Exchange stopped being my employer and a small firm started being my employer. Well, I know I was getting paid more than all of the clerk twos in that firm, and I was the only person of color. And I know when I left, because I got married and I left, they were trying to figure out how to split my income. They were like, well, she's leaving. Can we split her income? Can we make more money? And and I was in my 20s at that time. I was in my 20s. or early 30s. Like, but when I started working for them, I was like 28, 29, and it's just like, so you just, man, you cannot listen to the stuff out there, that noise out there, because it'll keep you in that limiting state, that limiting belief. But I mean, if I want clear skin without taking expensive action, is it absolutely, Dream Woman? Of course it is. Say there is surgery to get taller. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. But it's surgery for everything. So, so I manifested being taller, then manifested going back. I love appearance changes. All right, I love. Only watch the weather if that. And sometimes I change it depending on what I got to do. I know that's right. Say that, Elizabeth. Change. I am a deliberate creator. I experienced that a couple of days ago. Why do we defend the struggle? I know, right? Damn. Oh my God. Yeah. Hey, blessed one. So if you argue for your limitations, all you have are your limitations. That part. Hey, Crystal. How to manifest a free Mexico trip for the summer. Not how to. You already know how to. You got to claim it. You already know. Just like you manifest all these extra bonuses and your trips to Vegas and to Florida, Crystal. You already know what to do. On labels and limits that are out there are the ones we believe to be true. Yep, that's it. But that's the way it's always. Right. Changes to oneself to fit is selfless. Changes to oneself for self is individuality. Yes. Say that, Sage. They know that and do it purposely. Yep. Hey, L Glaze. Hey, Joy. Hey. I like that you are what you bring to the table, not just what you accept. It's all you. Yep, the noise, old programs and social media do the most. They do. The live is choppy. Okay, you getting back to work. All right, enjoy. Is it still choppy? Because I show good connection on my end. Hey, Lyric, how are you? Can you all hear me? Exactly. Yes. Hello, Christian. Exactly. I am that I am. Cool. Okay, cool. You got to create your reality. Yes, most of this comes from the pathology and patterns of generations past. Yep. Interrupt the patterns. You got to. All right. Thank you. Hey, Tracy Bobbing. Nice. Hey, Dexter. Thank you. Okay, cool. Thanks, Elizabeth. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you, Saint. You're all good, Janae. Yeah, we can't let the outside, where the world will only feeds you fear and limitation, because that's all it knows. It only knows fear and limitation, And this whole concept of working, right? We have this imprinted. Our DNA has been rewired to make us believe we have to work in order to receive. We have to prove worthiness. We got to work hard. We get the sweat of our brow. We got to do instead of be. And that's when you go through your awakening stage, the awakening process. You start to realize that anything you do should be from the sheer joy of doing so, right? I'm not saying you won't have careers, you won't have passions, you won't have things that's going to make your life more enjoyable, that's going to bring, the magnificent income you desire. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that those things you choose to experience will be for the sheer joy of it, and you're just compensated as a result of it. Why? Because God knows what you have need of. Know that you need to eat, to sleep, need somewhere to sleep, and you need clothing. Your Father knows you have need of those things. So you don't have to worry about that. We've been programmed to worry. We've been programmed to strive and struggle and strain. But then when you come to the actualization, the knowledge of self, you're supposed to break away from that mindset. You're supposed to die to that state. You're supposed to be born again. You're supposed to experience a rebirth where now you don't worry about the things that the world worries about now, right? Now you can be in the world, but not of the world. You can be not conformed to this world, right? But be transformed by renewing your mind. Now you can focus on the thing that you want to focus on and start to what? Be like Paul said that Christ thought it not robbery. Hey, Alexa, to be equal with God, right? He being in the form of God thought it not robbery to be equal with God. You're not supposed to think it robbery to be one with the Father, which speaks those things that be not as though they were, that speaks life into experience, that decides what you want, maintain that mindset, and allow it to come forth. Hey, Baba, I am. Say, my son don't worry about nothing. Lives a really good life with a driver and a cook, and everything he needs is paid for. All right, say that.
Wow!
Thank you, Baba, I am. Hey, Alexa. Thank you, Alexa.
Wow!
That is beautiful. Yep. Challenges are opportunities to expand. Yes. So I had to change my story on a woman and say I have great relationships with women. Yes. Yep. You got to speak it. Got to speak it. You got to walk it like you talk it. Your life will reflect the image in which you impress upon it. You are responsible for impressing upon yourself the image you want to project. These are the seeds you sow. And then your fruit bears witness of the seed that you've sown. And the seeds will bloom automatically. But you got to ask yourself, what seeds are you planting? What are you giving your attention to? What do you say about you? What is your inner conversation? Because that's your seeds. Your thoughts are your seeds. Your thoughts are your seeds. So what do you think about you? What do you say? My dad was talking to someone. He said, I never worry. Why would I have nothing to worry about? Well, yes, say that. I have, yes. Say they didn't believe him, but I did. Exactly. Yes. Is it possible not to worry? Absolutely. Absolutely. What you worrying about? Life is good. Very inspiring. So I got to remind myself that don't look to the 3D with the inside self when the outside world, would say differently. You have to choose to not live in this reality. You got to live in this reality. The reality is the one you're creating in your mind, and you got to know that that's where the reality lives. Here, not out there. Choose to live more inner than outer. Because everything, starts from within. And I know we like to say as without, as within. No, it's within as without. The out is a projection. It always starts from the inside. It's inside out. I had a dream last night, and before I woke up, I exchanged names and phone numbers with a new friend. Ooh, nice. Said he was very wise, words lived by. No, I can't. No, I can't say that's happened to me. All love. Impression with expression leads to focus with practice. Gotta practice. Practice, practice, practice. Right, Sage? Gotta be intentional. You gotta make a decision. And then be faithful to your commitment. Right? Let your word be your bond. You gotta let your word mean something to you. It's like you keep your commitments to everyone else, but not to yourself. You gotta start being committed to you. Right, yep. So when people started to do and say things someone I deemed negative was saying, I was, ooh, that's where it comes from. Yep. Everything we see now are the old manifestations, like the 3D catch up. It's all coming. It is, because it's already done. Yes, we forget this third dimension, as they say, it beats slow, and it only beats slow because you find yourself trying to look for it instead of just being. You're so busy trying to, we hear so much noise about the time element, and people will totally have you freaking out because they said, well, I asked for this and I got it in 24 hours, or I asked for this and it only took it. And then you wondering like, well, why is it taking me so long? What am I doing wrong? What's happening? You're not doing anything wrong. Nobody came here to replicate another person's journey. You are having your own journey. We're not clones of one another. Everyone is going to experience things the way they're supposed to experience it, in the way that they're supposed to experience it. And no two people are going to experience it the same way. So I have my real number, right? I don't remember their. Oh, you gave them your real number and I don't remember theirs or their name. Oh, wow. So, I won the lottery 2 days in a row yesterday and the day before, $100. All right. Yay.
Wow. Wow.
Yes. Go. Congratulations, Vanessa. Yes. So I just feel like one conversation can clip the situation. Oh, okay. Well, the conversation is done, is had, everything worked out. That's all that matters. That is awesome, Vanessa. Yes. That's why I was like, don't worry about no time. Things happen when they're supposed to, because they always happen when? In the now. It always happens now. There's no such thing as Tuesday or Thursday or Wednesday or next day or yesterday, right? There's only now. So I just got to change my relationship with women and not to be. What you mean you got to change your relationship with women? What does that mean? You change your relationship with women? No, you have to change your relationship with yourself. The women in your world are just reflections of you. Do you think the women in your world are separate from you? Every woman that's coming into your experience is because of you. Right, so that means you have to change your thoughts. You think they're mean, so they show up mean. Stop thinking women are mean, and then they won't be. It's just that simple. You're being mean to yourself And then they're showing you, you know, nice. It's just that easy. Self-concept. That's it. The self-concept just has to be changed. That's it. No one to change but self. There's no one in the world but you. You are the only one in your world, and everyone else is just figments of your imagination. They're just there telling you who you are. Main character energy. Actually, you're the only character. Everyone else is just versions of you. Thank you. Everyone is just versions of you. That's it. Say bloop. So if you feel other people are mean, stop being mean. And then others won't be mean. All right? Thank you. If you think other people are jealous, stop being jealous. And then there won't be any jealousy. It's really how we are perceiving reality is how we're creating reality. We're the only one thinking these thoughts. We're the one thinking someone is rude. We're thinking someone is dishonest. We're thinking someone is unfaithful. We're thinking whatever. We're thinking someone is mean. We're thinking someone is deceitful. We're thinking whatever we're thinking. That's we're creating that reality for ourselves. So I can't wait to see my parents show back up in my reality and what our commitment to one another. Oh, yes, Elizabeth. Oh, I know it's going to be so exciting. Hey, Lola. How are you? But I know, that's the hard pill to swallow, to say that the reason why people are showing up in my world the way they're showing up is because of the way I am. That's a hard pill for people to swallow. They're like, whoa. I'm not responsible for nobody else but me. You're right, because you're the only body in your relationship. Everyone else is just versions of you. They just wearing different masks, but they're versions of you. So I was feeling like it was everyone else but me. It was my mindset. And we all had to come to this revelation, right? I had to come to that revelation too, right? And it's a constant awareness. And what really helps is when you can remove judgment and condemnation and really stop judging and condemning yourself and criticizing yourself and recognize, oh, I thought this way because of this and because of that. And I thought that, I had to be guarded. I thought I had to protect myself. I thought I had to, get them before they got me. I thought I always had to be on defensive mode. I thought, we had all these assumptions that we thought that's how we had to move through life. And then you realize, I do not have to move through life that way. I do not have to see life from that perspective anymore. Yep. It's happening because of us. Right, Janae? It's happening because of us. We are the cause, always. I've never been jealous, so I had to be, if they come out to be. Yep. Hey, Grand Rising, Janine. Hello. Yep. You have to think about it. Your world being a mirror, being a projection, being your own consciousness, right? Consciousness is the only reality. If I'm seeing something that I don't like, who's seeing what they don't like? You're seeing it and you're judging it as something wrong or negative or evil. You're judging it. You're saying that. That's what you're creating. Yeah, what this teaching me is, why is this happening to me? And so what do we think God has to learn? Let's ask ourselves that question. What does God have to learn? Does God have to learn anything? Is consciousness learning anything? Yes, we can literally change. It's the easiest, hardest thing to conceive. The easiest, hardest thing. Ask yourself, what does God have to learn? Or is it all just an experiment? Is it just an experience? It's just an experience. What is God evolving to? Evolving into what? What is God becoming? Thank you, neighbor. So I don't know. Interesting questions. Right. Because if God is absolute and contains all potentialities, all possibilities, is it trying to become anything? Or is it just experiencing itself in infinite ways? Hey, neighbor. Say just a constant state of becoming, I think. Something greater than I was yesterday. But God never changes, right? Same day, yesterday, today, and forevermore. So is it becoming greater if it's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore? Right. Why be mad? Nothing in particular. Experiencing itself. Hey, 11. I just had a very profound and philosophical conversation with AI. Oh, you got on the AI train. Thank you, Alexa. You got on the AI train. So awareness is seeing one's capabilities to understand knowledge and intuition to act accordingly. Is the action, does action happen or do we make action? Is it happening or are we causing it to happen? Are we causing things to happen or do things just happen as a result of our thoughts? Experience is why it's split up into us humans, right? God is already everything. Everything expresses itself in an infinite myriad of ways. Yep. Both. Yes. Because our finite selves make nothing happen, right? The physical us don't make anything happen. I of my own self can do nothing. The Father within me does the work. So the conversation was about whether or not our consciousness shapes our realities. Nice. I know that had to be an amazing conversation. Hey, Cece, how are you? Cece talks too much. You think you talk too much, Cece? Why you be talking too much, Cece? Saying yes, I do. Oh, I'm amazing too. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. You say yes, I do. So I talk too much, and you never shut up. I say you talk too much, and you never shut up. Some people from my past reemerged indirectly, and one was so happy to see me. I was friends with her. Oh, nice. So the story has lots of layers, but OMG, it was cathartic. Oh, nice. Hey, PG, how are you? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome. Welcome to the community. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live. So what are we consuming on a daily basis? What are we consuming? What are we feasting upon? Are we feasting upon things we really don't want to see in our reality? Because you know that's whatever you're giving your attention to, you're recreating. You're just saying, give me more of that. I want more of that, please. Yeah, more of that. So what is the subject? The subject is being God. Being God, living as God, thinking as God, asking yourself, what will God do? Since I'm God, how shall I be in this moment? Thank you for your time and energy today, Toyia, and your live community. Make it a great day, y'all. Yes, enjoyed you, Nate. Thank you for stopping by. Enjoyed you. What does BB mean? I think, and therefore I am. I am that I am. I am that. And you know what I came to realize, guys? When you decide what you want and you've meditated and you decided this is who I am, this is what I'm going to be, this is what I say this, like you decided I know this, I believe this, I accept this, didn't give no thought. Now you got to remove thought. Now you got to train yourself not to give thought to the how, the when, and you got to like drop it in the ground just like you would drop a seed. Like this is what the part of you got to let go. You got to like imagine like you're putting a seed in the ground. And when you put a seed in the ground, what? You have to let it go. You got to let it do what it's going to do, what it's going to do, right? And you know the sun is going to shine. You know the rain is going to come. And you're just going to let the seed do what it's going to do. And it's going to come up on its own fruition. That's how you got to be with your desire. You can't be holding on to desire, grasping it so tight. And you hold on to it and grasp it so tight when you try to think of the how and the when. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Oh, I'm more focused on positivity. Absolutely. Psalm 82, 5 and 6. Yep. Having awareness is understand action and can be direct or indirect with attention and focus to attention. Any action you do should be simply because you choose to and not because you're trying to make something happen, right? Any action you do should be from a sheer place of, I decided to do that, and for no other reason. A desire sprang up in you and you say, you know what? Giving no thought to it. Yeah, I need to go to the grocery store. I'm going to go to the grocery store today and let me go over there and pick up a few things. And bam, you may meet somebody that you haven't seen in years, right? Or you say, you know, I'm going to take a walk around the block. You know, I just want to get out and do some things. But you ain't giving too much thought to it. You're just going to do it because you have an urge to do it, right? You're not like, I don't know, I have this strong feeling to go to take a walk. No, you just going on a walk because it came in your mind. I'm going to go for a walk today. And then you just going to do it. Oh, you regularly drive a certain type of way home. And then this time you decide, you know what, I'm just going to drive this way home. Or I'm going to stop by the cleaners today. And then you meet someone that you haven't seen in a long time, right? Like, I just want us to understand that things happen just because of the state of awareness of our very own consciousness. And any action we take, yes, we're aware of the action, but we don't know that that action is leading us to our desire. That's what we don't know. We don't know that these, as Neville Goddard would call it, bridge of incidents are taking place to lead us to the right moment, the right place, to the right person at the right time. We just living life. And then life is just showing up based on our assumptions about it. Yep, Jesus telling us to take no thought. Oh, thank you, PG. The sky is my domain. So when you go to the restaurant and order the food, you're not continuing to make sure it's being done. Yep. Hey, Jasmine. Hello. Hey, T, since the X text, I have been having unwanted thoughts, but I remove with positive thoughts. Okay. That's good. I say alone time dominates. That's right. Don't let the thoughts take over. Change them. Yeah, so you could say, Jasmine, here's the thing. When we have thoughts, right? We try to say like, oh, I'm not having this, It's not about not having the thought. It's about, I'm having this thought. Where is this thought coming from? Is this coming from an old, did I used to be in a place of insecurity? Did I used to be in a place of, that's coming from a place of insecurity. Well, now I feel really good about our relationship. I'm secure. I know I'm the prize. I know, you got to talk to yourself and remind yourself of who you are. And don't be ashamed to talk to yourself and talk it out. Talk it out. Be your own coach, your own therapist, your own cheerleader, right? And be like, yeah, that thought came through. It's an old thought. It's a habit. I used to think that way. There was a time I remember when I did used to question our relationship and question the faithfulness and question if I was good enough. I remember I used to think that way, but I don't think that way anymore. Now I think like, yeah, of course, who wouldn't want me? I'm the bomb.com. Yes, I'm a vibe. I'm the mood. I am the whole meal. I'm the appetizer, the meal, and the dessert. I am a 7-course. I am the buffet. I'm more than a buffet. No, buffet you get grabbing all people. I'll be standing off. No, I am a 7-course meal prepared by a Michelin star chef. Yes, I am that. Let's talk to ourselves. Talk it through. So then when you confront it and you replace it and know why you're replacing it, right? Know why you're saying what you're saying now. And then staying on that course, staying in that mindset. So the world around you is your mirror. You are just experiencing yourself through others, no matter who they are. Yep, that's it. I took myself on a date last night to Olive Garden. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like Olive Garden. Yes. Did you get the endless soup or the endless salad? Yeah, I'm not trying to force things. So I've noticed that when I work on my car and try to force a piece in, I'm doing it wrong and actually. Yup. Say living inside the spirit and life just falls into place. Yup. Oh, yes, Jasmine. Amazing. Yep. Yep. It's an honor to be with me. I get to choose. Yep. Yep. We're not supposed to be forcing anything. We're not supposed to be trying to make anything happen. Like they say, you have to be in the flow state, right? Yep, and like Elizabeth said, living inside the spirit and life just falls into place. Man, Elizabeth, that's something we need to like imprint in the brain, let that be on the tip of our tongue every moment. To live in the spirit and life just falls into place. Just let it fall into place. Just let it fall into place. Just let it fall into place. So I got chicken Alfredo with 2 portions of broccoli and the endless salad. Nice, nice. That's amazing. You got me thinking. I may want to go over to Olive Garden when I get off of here. Go to eat me some lunch at Olive Garden. I have one not too far from me. That's how it works for me, but it only took me about 6. I know, right, Elizabeth? Oh, I know, right? It's like, really? It's a beautiful thing, y'all. When you guys that's in their early 20s, early 30s, you know, the teenagers. It's like, wow, they came into this awareness. Oh my goodness, y'all get to know this for, like, you know, however long you end up being on this plane, 40, 50, 70, 80 years. It's just like, wow, I didn't come into this knowledge. I was almost 45 years old. 45. But I guess you just come to the awareness when you're supposed to come to awareness, and that's just how it is. And you just got to be thankful that at least you got it now. You know now. I guess you just got to be like, at least I know now. At least I know now. Yes. How old is your son, Keisha? Yes. I share with my children too. LOA, client hit some the other day, and I knew it was my mission. I know, right? Oh, so what's Matthew 13 and 12? I don't have my iPad with me. I don't remember what scriptures are anymore. Keisha, I let them remembering. I can tell you what some scriptures are because people have been reminding me, but I let go of where, because I'm like, people can just Google where the scripture is found. Sometimes I think that I want to do something, but then I don't do it. Does that mean it's not what I really want? So you got to ask yourself, 11, that's a conversation you got to have with yourself. All right? That's the conversation you have to have with yourself. You have to be like, is this a true desire? Here's the thing. Who cares if it's a true desire or not? You're here to experience. If you find out you do it and you don't like it, guess what? You can stop doing it. I don't even really think we got to think about it that deep. I think we just got to be like, I'll try it. And if I like it, if I enjoy it, I'll keep doing it. If I don't enjoy it, I'll find something else. I don't think we have to be locked into anything. But if it's a true desire, you don't give up just because things aren't going the way you think they should go. That's the thing you don't want. You don't want to just give up on something just because it's not going the way you thought it should or as planned, right? If you have a true desire, it's a true passion, it's a true thing that you want to experience, you're just going to remain faithful and committed to it. Too many people get discouraged when it's not going in the way they think or in the time frame they thought it should happen, and then they get discouraged, like, oh, well, it's not happening the way I thought. I've been doing this thing for a year. I thought I would have been took off. I thought it would have happened by now, and it's not happening. I don't know what's going on. I've given my heart, my soul, my everything to it, and it's just not happening. And you cannot, if it's something that you truly love, you should be doing it for the love of it. For the love of it. And when you do it from the love of it, how could you ever be disappointed with it when you're truly doing it from the love of it? Now, if you're doing it for the fame and the glory and the acknowledgement, okay, I can see why you would get, you'd be feeling a little anxious and feeling a little, discouraged, or, I could see that because, you're seeking validation from other people, and the people aren't giving you the validation you've been seeking, so you feel some kind of way about that. I could see you feeling some kind of way. But if you're truly doing it because you're not doing it to be seen or for other people to validate you, that's how you know you truly love it, and you're gonna rock with it. But sometimes you don't know until you really experience it, and then you're like, At first I thought it was just something I kind of wanted to do. Then I started doing it. It's like, oh my goodness, I took to it like water to fish. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is my natural habitat. I'm supposed to be in this experience. Like, but just go with it and see where it leads you. And guess what? You get to change your mind. Because we got to remember we're here for the experience. And don't be afraid to experience things. Oh, to him that hath, got you. Hey, Froglow. Very familiar with that scripture. To him that hath, he shall be given, and that more in abundance. And him that hath not, even that which he thinks he has, shall be taken away. Kids love hearing this. They say, okay. Oh, you're welcome, Sage. Have a great day. Have a great, great day. So the verse about much is given, much is expected. So I see. I've been thinking about drop shipping, but that's me trying to make something happen. Well, maybe that's something you want to experience. It's no right or wrong. You just have decided that's something you want to do. So yeah, I did internet stuff for 10 years. What you learned from me, Keisha. How you been, Flo Glow? Oh, you used to teach drop shipping? Well, here you go. Look at you, 11. You manifested somebody that knows the ins and outs of drop shipping. She used to teach it. You can get your questions right here. Look, she said, blew up from what it seemed overnight. Look at that. Look at that. See how things just happen? See how things just fall into place? Look at that. Somebody that has the goods, somebody that could tell you, because I've seen the drop shipping all over the internet before. I haven't seen it recently, but that was a big thing. I used to get a lot of that on my FYP maybe 6 months ago. I don't really see that on my FYP anymore now. I don't really see drop shipping on my FYP. But that was really huge. I was getting a lot of that like 6 months ago. Seeing that all the time. All the side hustles. I mean, like, I ain't trying to hustle no more. And I didn't force anything. I just asked the question. See, you just asked the question. That's what I'm saying. You just asked the question. Wow. Amazon and eBay. What made you stop, Keisha? Because I know you said you made a lot of money. You said you made a lot of money. You just said it was time to try something different, huh? Oh, I know, Keisha, you have a YouTube. Is your YouTube dedicated to drop shipping? You all should go follow her. Go follow Keisha. Follow her on here and go to her YouTube. I know her YouTube is popping. She got like 36K followers. So she doing her thing. I know you did. You said you hid all the videos. You have transitioned, huh, Keisha? You like, that's not even my life no more. Don't even come on here asking me about, because I don't even do this. That's not my life no more. I have completely let it go. I know you're an insurance agent now, so wow. So that was another lifetime ago. Time to shift. Okay. Well, for 10 years, that's a good and you flourished in it, so I know you say you was very successful in it. Well, that's beautiful. So I know Keisha would be a great person to talk to, especially a lot of you guys that's in business. Follow her on TikTok. ring the bells when she goes live, because I know she's very business oriented, business minded. She could, encourage a lot of you that have your businesses to like help you stay, persistent and have faith in yourself and believe in yourself and trust in your business and know that it's successful. Yes, yes, absolutely. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, Keisha. And you hear that, guys? Free, 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 free. I love free. Don't y'all love free? I know people try to poo-poo on free. But I know freely you give, freely you receive. And you can't, as they say, you can't be God-given. When you give from the heart, it comes, what does Christians say? When you give, it comes back what? Pressed down, shaken together, running over, shall men give unto your bosoms. When you give. Give, 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 give. Yes, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Because my husband, he does woodworking. But he has a full-time job too. So he's always loved working with his hands. So he's a diesel mechanic. A diesel mechanic. So he fixes and repairs on construction equipment. But he has like 4 more years before he can retire. And so we started this, I used to do event decor. I decided I wasn't really feeling event decor anymore. But he's still doing the making of the different with like backdrops and numbers and letters. He's still going to do that, and he's expanded it. Like he's doing furniture now. He's made a sofa table. He's made a sofa table. He's building someone out what you call that? A mud room. He's also about to do a mobile bar for someone. And he also does like the champagne walls, the Kiera backdrops, and all of those things, and the numbers and letters and stuff like that. And he's like really, really, really good with his hands. But like, I'm really not like, we're kind of just playing it by ear with the business side of it. Like I do have an LLC because I got the LLC when I was doing the event decor, but I'm thinking about changing the name and, putting it in his name for his woodwork stuff. Trying to figure out what to do with that. And we kind of just, right now it's kind of like a little side thing, right? Like a little side hustle. But it's not a hustle because he really enjoys doing it. He loves making things with his hands. He loves the woodwork part of it, right? And it's a side hustle because, it's like, he works full time, so he can only do so many projects, a day or, in a week or whatever because of his full-time employment. But that seems like that's going to be, once he retires from there, that's going to be what he goes into during his retirement, is doing the woodworking stuff. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Beauty Rush app, how are you? Oh, thank you, Fro Globe. Try it. If you don't like it, guess what? Yep. Hey, Caleb. Hey. Say, I just want to be a stay-at-home wife now and just do things because it's fun. I know that's right. Say that, Keisha. That's the life I live now. That's the life I live. That's my roadmap. That's what I'm doing. I'm just a stay-at-home wife, and I'm just doing stuff for the fun of it. Like, doing this is fun for me. I like coming on here, talking to you guys, and, Oh, you don't want a business? Say, I want... Oh, nice. Oh, nice. That's beautiful. Saying I just want to go live and teach for free. Nice, nice. Oh, oh. So I inspired you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it wasn't something I made happen. I actually kind of forgot about it that I had thought this way like years ago because I was working when I met my husband, right? And my mindset wasn't, oh, maybe when we get married I could be a stay-at-home wife. No, it kind of just it was what was best for our family, especially with him being him co-parenting with his ex-wife, and it would give him more time with his daughter and everything, and and because we were in a place financially where I could be a stay-at-home wife. So truly, truly a blessing. I'm doing well. How are you, Michael? Oh, thank you, Janine. Thank you. Exactly. We definitely will. I was talking, I don't know if you were on live on here, Keisha, when I was like, we have a timeshare, my husband and I. And I'm free to, I could take little weekends. I help my oldest daughter with my grandson, but she's off Friday through Sunday. And I can take some trips, our resort, I can go to Vegas, Arizona, to Scottsdale. We got like several places in Texas. I could go right outside of Houston, which is Galveston. We got like 2 locations there. I think we got a place not too far from Dallas, maybe an hour outside of Dallas. I haven't been to that one. And I think we got one out not too far from San Antonio too. I haven't been to that one either. New Orleans, a couple of places in Florida. So we got Orlando, Cape Canaveral, Panama Beach, also Cancun too. Oh yes, yes, yes. I got to look for some flights because I was thinking about maybe sometime in May, maybe. Because remember I told you on your live, I was like, we could be friends for real, for real. So just took my passport pic for my renewal. I told my kids, it's on the floor. It's on the floor. Yes, yes, Janine. Yes, 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 yes. Snap, snap. Yes, I love that. I love that. Where are you going, Janine? Where are you going? Where's your first trip? Stay at home wife club. I know that's right. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Because I definitely wouldn't mind going back to Arizona. I like Scottsdale. I like Galveston too, and I want to go back to I like all of our little resorts that I've been to. I like the one in Louisiana too because it's right in New Orleans. It's a block away from was it Bourbon Street? Yeah, Bourbon Street is in Bourbon Street, right? Yeah. I think I was thinking Beale Street, but Beale Street is in Atlanta, right? So, or is that Tennessee? Is Beale Street in Tennessee? Maybe Beale Street is in Tennessee. We have one in Tennessee too, Gatlinburg. We've been in Gatlinburg too. So we probably have about 15, 20 resorts over the country. And then we got like 4 in Cancun. They just added last year. So I went there last year in October, and I'll be going back in November of this year. In Memphis. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, in Memphis. Okay, that's what I thought. Tennessee. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I use my timeshare. I have family members, they be buying timeshare and they don't even be using it. I hear one of my friends say she bought one last year and she got trying to figure out how to get out of it because she don't even know if she gonna use it. She said I need to show her how to use the timeshare. I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying money not to use it. So I use my timeshare. So my daughter wants to move to Arizona. She has several friends from college. Oh, nice. So just let me know when. I know, right, Elizabeth? Right. So we all meet up. Oh. Meet up in Florida. In Florida, we have like 3 and 4 bedroom condos in Florida. In Orlando. Vegas, I think I can get. I know they have 2 bedrooms. I think it has 3 bedrooms too in Vegas. So my friend love Arizona, but she goes. Oh, okay. Yep. So however you see your life, see your life manifested, see yourself as having it. Whatever you desire. And what's interesting, y'all, is when we got the timeshare, the reason why we got is because we have one like 30 minutes from where we live. And so we were like, oh, it's only 30 minutes away? Oh, yeah, we'll go ahead. And then they were bought out, like a year later, they were bought out by another company. And so they bought those properties, and then they added their own properties. It's through, I think Holiday Inn Club. That's what it is. Holiday Inn Club Vacations. That's who the resort is by. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, tomorrow we'll be having the book club meeting. So I don't know if I'm going to finish with the big book club. I mean, I think after this book club, take a break from the book club. I don't know if I want to read another book. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll be going into Neville Goddard's 4th lesson. No One to Change But Self. That's tomorrow at 7 p.m. So that should be really, really good. Like, that's the crux of this manifesting. Recognizing that everything begins and ends with you. I've been doing amazing. How have you been doing, Michael? And we so badly want to change others and change things on the outside when we really just have to decide to change ourselves. That's it. That's the only thing that needs to be changed, is the way we think. And that's what it means when we say change yourself. It doesn't mean that you got to try to see what's wrong with you and how, messed up you are, and how, you're just weren't good enough or worthy or deserving. No, it means to transform your thinking. That's what you have to change. Your thinking, to accept who you truly are. That's what you're supposed to be changing, how you think about yourself. I was just thinking that. I don't know if I want to read another one. Well, this was great though. Right, Lisa, right. Yeah. I'm like, this is enough. This is good enough. It's yes, once we're done with the 5 lessons, we'll put the book club on the shelf for a bit. It has been great. It has been great. Because, like a lot of the coaches today, a lot of them try to tell you about all of these other things of, the shadow work, the inner healing, the inner child and all of that. And then when I read like you listen to Abraham Hicks, you listen to Neville Goddard, you listen to Dr. Joseph Murphy, you listen to Reverend Ike, none of them are telling you that you have to go heal this inner being, that you need to go talk to the younger you and to heal the inner child and to go through the darkness of the soul. No, they don't. None of them talk like that. They're not telling you to look back, right? They're telling you to accept that you're God and then live from that, right? Accept that you are source and then you're supposed to operate from that state. Not go back and try to figure out all that went wrong in the earlier part of your life. Like when you were a child and how your grandparents raised you or how your parents raised you or the divorce that didn't go right or the marriage that wasn't, like their focus is live from now. What do you want now? And then live from that. Accept that you're God and live from that. Know that God is whole, complete, and lacks nothing. And learn to speak life. Just speak life. And because you choose to speak life, that's what you'll experience. Right. It's causing so much confusion, Lola. So much confusion. But you know what? Why, Lola? Because there's money in sickness. Somebody keep telling you ain't healed. Somebody keep telling you sick. It's money in that. Because it's the same mindset that was going on in the church, right? The church told you were sick. They told you were a sinner. That church was the place for the healing of the souls, right? Right? Thank you, Vanessa. Hey, India. I honestly don't even like therapy. It makes me feel so uneasy to visit my past. Exactly. I'm good. If you're going to revisit, I would just say change it. You can rewrite the story. Thank you. Thank you, Vanessa. Talk about having 2 arms. I know someone that's been 20 years. Wow. Yeah. No money in a cure. There's a real need for repeat customers. Exactly. They keep prescribing things for symptoms, right? They keep prescribing something for symptoms, right? And say, I'm still trying to figure it out. All good comes to the one who waits. Wait, no, I said more up top. The comments just kept rolling in. Oh, okay. I realized that go out and tell no man isn't saying don't tell anyone or it won't come true. Right. It's talking about having 2 arms. Right. But if you think telling someone that, again, that's the mindset of thinking that the power is outside of you, right, Lisa? If you're saying that you're sharing what you believe to be true, right? If you're sharing if you're saying you're confident, you know this thing is happening for you. You know it's already done, and you think you telling that is going to stop it. Aren't you giving power to something outside of you? Aren't you saying that something else has the ability to thwart your plans? But you know you're the only cause. You're the only cause. The only reason it won't come is because of your lack of belief. That has always been the reason, because you didn't have the faith. You didn't remain faithful. You let circumstances, which you telling somebody, keep you from experiencing your desire. Oh, I appreciate you too, Vanessa. Thank you. All right, use the 4 steps. Yes. The Iron Star. Hey, Iron Star Quality, how are you? Someone just sent me a list of the happiest places to live, and on the list was Scottsdale. It is a beautiful place. I do like it. I do like Scottsdale, which is where one of my best friends lives, and you guys brought it up too. Yep, whether you tell someone or not, it's not the issue, because most people speak on the desire from a place of not having it. Yep, which is why they don't. Yep. That's it. You know, people like move in silence. It was like, so did you all watch the Olympics last year and watch the, what was it? I think it was the 100 meter dash, where, was it Jamaica? Was it? No, it was a small, it wasn't Jamaica. Was it Jamaica? It's one of those small islands, and they were the first ones to ever win the gold, right? And the young lady who won the gold put on her Snapchat that she was going to win. And then you hear all of the things that took place. Like the track was wet. The lady that was representing the United States, who was favored to win, couldn't get 2 hours to get into the facility because they had changed the location of where the participants could enter the track area. And all these things took place because she spoke it into existence that she would win that 100 meter dash. So it's not about because you told somebody it's going to keep you from experiencing your desire. Because she told the world she was going to win, and she won. Yes. Jesus said that cause people try to talk you out of things that are good for you, not understanding that what's meant for you. Yep. Because the Christ said, I'm going to tell you before it happened. So when it happens, you might believe. And he said that several times in the book of John. So you just got to know why you're saying it, right? If you're saying it because you're trying to get somebody to agree with you, and then when they don't agree with you, you feel like, oh my goodness, nobody believes in me. And then why are you telling people? Because you're supposed to believe in yourself. Because didn't Megan the Stallion do the same thing? Didn't she tell TikTok or somebody, or wasn't she on TikTok or something, or Snapchat or one of these platforms, talking about her desire and her reality of being, famous and being a rap star and everything, right? And then her reality came to fruition too. It's like, so a lot of people get that confused and say it's limiting belief of not telling anyone. So that's the realization I had on go out and tell no man. Most are telling from, yep, that's it. Most are telling from lack. Yep. Yep. And thing is, everything is done unto you as you believe. So if you believe you have to move in silence, then that's your law. Don't go against your own law. If you believe telling someone is going to keep you from experiencing your desire, then it would behoove you not to tell anyone, because you just created a law for yourself. And you said, I can't tell nobody what it just ain't going to happen. Then you need to stick to that. But, when you know that you know that you know, it don't matter who you tell, because you know. And you speaking from a place of authority, from a place of confidence, from a place of knowing. Exactly. Your results always match your beliefs. It is always done unto you as you believe. And people think because that's the way they manifest, that means that has to be true for you. No, that's your journey. That's the way you're going to experience this life. Don't put your limitations on me. That's why here, I try to get out of that coaching mindset and trying to tell you all what you should and shouldn't be doing and how you should and shouldn't be thinking. Like, no, you need to find out what works for you. Only thing I recognize is like, what the Bible says, what Neville Goddard did and taught, Abraham Hicks teaches, Dr. Joseph Murphy. You don't need anything outside of you. You don't need anything outside of the mind. All you need is your mind. All you need is your words. That's it. That's all that's required. Now, do people use other things other than their words? Yes. Is there any condemnation to using other things? No. But it's not required. You use them because they help you have faith in you. And so that's okay. As long as you're using them to have faith in yourself, that you're not putting the trust in the tool, right? You're not saying, well, the reason I got it is because of the vision board. And if I didn't have the vision board, I wouldn't have gotten it. Or if I didn't have my crystal that gave positive energy, if I don't have my crystal, then my day is not going to go good. I'm going, if I don't have the crystal that thwarts off negative energy, if I don't have it with me, then, I'm bound to experience anything. Who knows what the day is going to be like if I don't have this specific crystal with me. If I don't sage my house before I move into it, if I don't put sage everywhere, all kind of spirits and evil things. If you're putting faith in the things outside of you, you just created another idol. Right, it's all placebos, right. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. I operate on a need to know basis. Right, Janice say. She said, I operate on a need to know basis. I heard that. I'm in the sacred golden timeline. No, the sacred golden state. Well, any state I'm in is the sacred golden one. I know that's right. Say that, neighbor. Clock that. But out of this state flows everything that was mine in imagination first. That part. It works for me because I'm too myself type of person anyways. Right, Janine, right. You're like, it's like, ain't none of your business what I'm doing over here. It ain't none of your business. Mind your business. Just mind your business. Mind your business. Mind the business that pays you, not the business that pays me. Hey. 10 trillion% neighbor. I tried the crystal when I first started it. Me too. I did too. We went to the crystals. My husband was making little necklaces with the crystals, and yeah, we did. We did too. We did too. I bought a crystal book. Yep. That lasted for about a month for me. My husband stayed with him way longer than I did. You know, the incense, the sage, he would burn the sage. He liked making the necklaces and all that. Yeah, that lasted for about a month for me. Yeah. What you trying to talk about? What you trying to talk about? What you trying to talk about? Right, like it's a currency. You do this method to get this. Right, right. Yeah. Hey, Prudence Lene. So then I started collecting only because they were pretty to me, not because yeah. All right, all right. I'm gonna bring you up. Oh, I'm gonna bring you up. I'm gonna bring you. Oh, let me change this.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Toya.
Hey, how you doing? Oh,
I'm doing good. I just wanted to say your 4 steps really like changed my life.
okay.
And yeah,
Nice.
and I've learned so much. Basically, what I was kind of like shocked about is just like the world that we have known about religion is just it's all been fake. All been programming, all fake. And that's really shocked me in my life though, like knowing none of this is real. Even me communicating with you
Mhm.
is just a simulation. And then I just some of my friends even are like, "Whoa, you called me." I was like, "This." They was like, "This is a simulation." I'm like, "Oh wow, you're picking up on things I was telling you." And I was like, "Yeah, like it's just you are God and you define the meaning in everything. Like if your chain gets stolen, you can say, "Oh, that's the worst day of my life," or you can say, I'm gonna get a better chain, more expensive." It's just everything is how you look at it and
Yep.
perceive it to be. And I use your 4 steps on like my affirmation, and I'm like, my life has been changing
Beautiful.
tremendously. And I'm like, but the thing about this is I am a little scared though, because it's like what you've been taught your whole life. How do you like I don't know if it's nervous system regulation. How do you like be okay with like the new chapter of your life?
You have to you really have to like love yourself. That's really the answer. That's really the key. Sitting with yourself and talking to yourself, right? Don't
Yeah.
be afraid to talk to yourself. When the nervousness or
No,
the
I do it all the time.
when the fear comes up, I'm telling you, talk because you want to talk talk yourself off the ledge, talk yourself back down, right?
Mm,
Because you're
yes.
trying to predict a thing that's not even going to happen, right? That's why
Yes,
you're
like my
feeling.
mind come up with so many scenarios, and then my feelings like
Hmm.
it's not even going. How do you even know it's gonna happen like that if you don't even like
Yep.
experience it? And like the mind is so like it's so powerful, and people just don't know that. I'm like, that's not even happening. How do you know that person even? You know what I'm saying? Even person even thinking that. Like I'm just like, you
Yep. And I
right.
think, and I, like I told you guys, listening to KRS One had me like shift my mind where you be like, well, what would God think in this? I'm supposed to be as God, be imitators of God. How would God be thinking in this way? And you can even
Hmm.
ask yourself like, what do I have to believe to think this limiting belief? What do I have to believe about myself to even entertain this thought?
Yeah.
And
Cause
let
like
the
that's
answer come up.
yeah. It's like because I was watching a TikTok video, and he was like he went to therapy, and he was talking about something that's been bothering him in his mindset. He was like, the therapist, I know I don't believe in therapy either because I'm not going back to my past. It makes no sense. He's like, who's that voice in your head telling you that? And then he was like speechless. So
Mm,
basically saying it's just like it's everything in your head. and you define the meaning of it, and then that's how manifestation happens. Everything is what you assume to be true is your reality. But I
Yeah.
do got a question, like, so basically the laws of the universe, is that the only thing that's like an undeniable fact? Like all the laws, like law of assumption, law of attraction, is that all like 100% fact? Or is it just based off what you think?
So there's truths and then there are universal truths, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I accept that law of life, law of being, law of assumption, law of belief, law of
Mm-hmm.
attraction is the same thing. They're not
Okay.
different laws. It's the same law,
Okay.
just expressed and said differently. It's the
Okay.
one law that says that's the law of mind, that the world is mental and everything you experience is based on your own individualized mindset.
So like, okay, so if I say, oh, this situation isn't that big, and I see someone else, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you can have a great self concept. So what are these other programs telling you about yourself? Like, it's only if you accept it from the programs, or is that really just you pushed out? Because I really didn't understand what you pushed out genuinely meant. Because it's like I always thought I was like very had a high self-esteem. I've always been, kind to myself, but I'm like, why am I getting these programs and saying, oh, you're bad in relationships, you're, not the best when it comes to like understanding people, and I'm just like, where is all this coming from? And I'm
The
like, that's
desire
all
to,
me?
yep, the desire to change. Here's the thing. When we no, most of us have a great self-concept until we realize that we're the cause of all things, right?
Yes.
Is when we decide to be the
Accountability.
cause of all things and you notice, oh, you really didn't get that good of a concept that you thought you were. You're not as nice as you thought you were. You're very judgmental.
Woo!
You're very critical.
Yes.
You're very condescending. You thought that you were all that in a bag of chips until you start paying attention to your thoughts
Ooh. Yeah.
and how you saw your world.
Yeah. Life humbled me in a way because I was like, I really just thought I really, like, really had a high self-concept. And I'm like, well, why would I believe I'm trash in relationships? Why do I believe, um, okay, I don't know if this sounds like smart to you, but I always wanted to be in someone's life, but not them not really being in my life. And that contradicts really, really bad. Like, it contradicts really bad because how does that even make sense? How do you want someone in? I'm like, that is like, I'm not trying to like be mean to myself, but that's like the dumbest thing. Cause like, you know how you want to, like, I wanted my own life, but be in someone's life, but like entertain other things. And I'm just like, that doesn't even make sense. Like,
So
do
when you say
you?
entertain other things of someone being in your life, you don't want a commitment. Is that what you're saying? You don't want it. You don't want exclusivity
I don't know what I want. I swear.
because there's nothing wrong with that. People have those type of relationships all the time. That's not right. Like you can
Yeah,
have a relationship and not let it and be it on your own terms and not be exclusive. But here's the
yeah.
thing: when you say they're being in your life and you not being in theirs, are you saying they're committed to you but you're not committed to them? Like, what does that look like? But you get to decide that.
Yeah, and it's like,
But that happens all the time. People are okay with they can only be with one person, but will allow their partner to be with several other people.
yeah. So
That
yeah, it
happens all the
doesn't make,
time. That happens
yeah,
all the
because
time.
I know, like, yeah. So I'm not
So
judging
you're
myself.
not crazy. You're not asking
Yeah,
something. There's nothing new under the sun. Oh, there is nothing new under the sun. You got
but
to know
something
that.
I never understood because I never really like cared if somebody was like had a relationship that was like societal views. I really didn't care because if you want to
Mhm.
talk to someone, go do whatever you want to do. But it seemed like every time I said something about a relationship about like having options, I felt targeted, like very much targeted. And I'm
Mm.
like, why was people, I feel like people care too much what I say. And I never
No, you
understood
care
that.
too much about what you say. They just reflecting you. You the one judging it. Stop judging it. You're very critical of yourself.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
That's
So they're
it.
just
That's
reflecting
it.
your the way you're criticizing yourself. They're reflecting that back to you.
Oh my God. Because I was like, I have a high self-concept. Like, I truly love myself inside and out.
Mhm.
But I'm like, someone else told me they was like, are you kind to yourself? And I was just like, what do you mean? I love myself. And they're like, no, no. I was like, the whole energy thing, I still, I guess that's whatever, placebo. But they was like, are you kind to yourself? And I'm like, I try to eat healthy. I have goals. But they was like, are you kind to yourself? How do you be kind to yourself? What's the best way you know how to be kind to yourself? Because I feel like that's only my biggest thing. It's like I'm very critical of myself, and how do I fully focus and not be critical of myself? That's the
Right.
only
Well,
two things I gotta focus on.
right. So the critical is thinking that something is the judgment of good or bad, right? That's what you keep
Mhm.
saying, is this right? Is this wrong? So that's something you're going to have to practice, removing the condemnation, the guilt and the shame from your choices. So being kind to
Oh.
yourself is deciding to be generous, be gracious, be understanding, be generous to yourself.
Mm.
So the
Okay.
grace and the understanding and the consideration and the generosity you will give to someone else, turn it inward.
Okay. So just flip it and say, oh, be like, I've always been kind to myself. I always trust myself. I'm always
But ask yourself, what
giving.
does that look like to be kind to yourself? Like, make it practical. Because a lot of times we talk about words, but it's about getting the impression and what that looks like in a natural way, in a normal way. How does that look to be kind to you? So when you speak of yourself, right, you're not belittling yourself. You're not putting yourself down, right? You're saying lovely things about yourself. When you think of yourself, it's from a lovely point of view. It's Philippians 4:8. Whatsoever things are noble, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things
Mhm.
is a virtue, right? Like, I live an amazing life, and I'm kind, I'm giving, I'm generous, I'm gracious, I'm amazing, I'm a vibe, I'm the best friend anybody could ever imagine to have. I'm great in relationship. Of course, I bring a lot to the table. I have great skill set. My skill sets because I've trained myself in this area. Like, whatever it is that builds you up, be your own best friend. That's being kind to yourself.
Okay, cause like I really do think all that in a bag of chips, but at the end of the day, it's like, oh, you're not where you need to be. I thought I'd be further, but like I'm so glad. I don't know. This is just my opinion. I'm so glad I'm not where I need to be in life, quote unquote, where I thought I was. I am so glad because I asked other people, they their life is. I'm not even trying to compare myself. They told me their life is stressful. Um, if I could move back home, I would. And I'm just like, I was judged for like, not taking those steps. And I was just like, maybe because I was judging myself, putting
Mhm.
so much. Even one of my closest friends said I put too much pressure on myself. And I'm just like, I
Mhm.
really do. I really, really do. And it needs to be like, thank you for keep trying. Because at the end of the day, this is an experience and don't judge it.
Yep.
I'm doing the best I can, and I am grateful for how far I've came because some people don't get this far
Yep.
and don't make it. And you just take this experience as, I am a good person and I'm grateful for everything the universe has brought to me. Instead of being highly critical and judgmental of being a star and having everything, having all the luxury, and it's just like it's all mental. So
Yep.
but I like to thank you for your first step, because
Oh,
it
you're
really
welcome.
changed my life.
Well, it's really
Yeah.
not my. It's the four steps come from the Bible, right? It's the Bible, Mark 11:24. I didn't originate anything. I just noticed that that's what Scripture was telling us, that this is the process, and it's always these four steps. This is a process to manifestation, and we do it naturally. It's innate within us. We just didn't know that we were doing it.
And one like yeah, when cause like when people so let me ask you a question. So when you left the church years ago, and then cause I didn't understand why people was like when I was having questions about God, I'm automatically don't believe in God, I'm automatically like negative. So I was like, at a point in time, I'm that person, correct? If they said that to me,
You're what person?
I'm that person that says that. Like, when I was like questioning about God, they was like saying something negative, well, that I deem negative, that seemed bad in
Exactly.
their
You
world.
deemed it negative. There you go. Bingo.
Oh,
Bingo.
okay.
You deemed it negative.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. How do you decipher that though? How do you decipher, like, if somebody says things that like we deem negative, and it's like, where is this coming from? We just say, oh, you deemed it as negative, instead of saying, oh, no, maybe they're just upset or hurt, or maybe they're just
Right. We don't have
having a
to,
hard
right. We
time.
don't have to justify and analyze everyone's thoughts, right? Because are they everyone's thoughts or are they just your thoughts? And here's the thing. How do you feel about how you left the church? Because if you could care less what another person think,
Yeah.
you wouldn't care, and you wouldn't be giving any energy to it. So it wouldn't matter how you would quote unquote judge it, because you
If it didn't
wouldn't
apply to you.
care. It's
Yeah.
only bothering you because it's bothering you,
Yeah.
right?
So basically
So
saying it wouldn't hurt, you wouldn't feel some type of way if it didn't align with you.
exactly. Exactly. So you have an issue with leaving church. You're questioning why you left church. You're questioning, is this really true? Those are questions you're having, and they're just reflecting that back to you.
Man, most people would never get this. No, most people would never, because like at the end of the day, spirituality, quote unquote, I feel like my perception is like taking accountability. It literally is, because it's like
Yeah.
you made your world because you are God, and most people would never believe that. But because I'll tell you this one thing before I get off. I literally said back in the like years ago, I said I'm only experiencing life. I'm only experiencing people. I literally said that. I had the worst reaction
Oh
that,
wow.
that I deemed, but I was like, I'm just ahead. I'm just ahead of people, and it's okay that I'm ahead. So thank you.
Hey,
I really
hey,
appreciate
beautiful.
this, and I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
take some
Thank
notes
you.
down. I'm gonna take
Okay.
some notes
Okay.
down.
Thanks for joining. We enjoyed you. Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you. Thank you. I mean,
thank you, thank you.
all right. All right, Claire.
Wow!
In college. All right. Did you just join college? Did you just enroll in college, Claire? Thanks for joining. Oh, we appreciate you. Oh, Shirley, I got that $100 before my B-Day. The thing is, the person who gave me has never given me money before. It was shocking. All right.
Wow! Wow!
That's it.
Wow!
That's it. All right, Shirley. Congratulations. It just happens in a most natural way, right? It just happens in a most natural way. Oh, okay. Nice. Yep, the more you awaken, the more you meet others the same way. Yep. Hey, hey, oh my god. Hello. Hello. The 4 steps to manifesting is found in my ebook, my free ebook. The link tree is in the bio. I'll give you an ebook bundle. It's found in the Recipe for Life, and it's based on Mark 11 and 24, and Matthew, I believe, is 21 and 22. I believe. I could be wrong. The Matthew one, I can never remember where it's found in. But I know where it's found in Mark 11:24. Therefore, I say to you, Whatsoever you desire. That's step one. Number one, decide what you want. When you pray, prayer is step number two. Acknowledgement, recognition, giving thanks. Believe you have received. You must believe, accept, remain faithful to your unseen desire. 4, and it shall be given unto you. 4, you do nothing to make it so. You be still and know. Decide, pray, believe, receive. Decide, pray, believe, receive. Decide, pray, believe, receive. Decide, pray, believe, receive. 4 steps. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Chelsea. Yep, the free ebooks I give, Daily Diamond Gems, 30-Day Transformation Journey, that's to help you transform your thinking, right? Because we have to learn to speak well of ourselves, change the way we think about ourselves, speak life into our experience, speak those things that be not as though they were. Choosing to do what Philippians 4:8 says. This is how you think: on the lovely, on the noble, on the honest, on the truth, on the just, on the virtue, anything of good report, anything of praise. Think on these things, right? And so Daily Diamond Gems is affirmations and scriptures. 30-Day Transformation is affirmation and scriptures, and it also gives you an explanation of the scriptures. And then I have the Recipe for Life, which contains the 4 steps to manifesting. The Recipe for Life, I give the universal truths, and then I give you definitions, definitions that we've heard, especially if we have a church background, faith, love, judgment, forgiveness, as well as law of assumption, vernacular, which is the mental diet. Everyone is pushed out, self-concept. I define those terms for you, especially the love, the forgiveness, repentance, and faith and judgment. Those terms need to be redefined because how the church taught it was from a place of error. The truth is that you're not broken. You're not a sinner. You're not unworthy. You're not unwanted. You're not unloving. You are God having a human experience. You contain all things already. For God, which is your consciousness, your awareness of being, has richly given you all things to enjoy. And God also has given you all things pertaining to life and godliness. What are the things pertaining to life and godliness? You're given dominion and power over all things. You're to be imitators of God as dear children. You're to be like the Christ, who being in the form of God, thought it not robbery to be equal with God. Christ said, I and my Father are one. You're supposed to be one with the Father. Hey, beaming goddess, welcome, welcome, welcome. No, you cured you. You did it. I didn't do nothing. You did it. Oh, you did it. You did it all by yourself. You did it. I'm just your mirror. Hey, Richie. Doing nothing is the hardest, but it's the only thing that works. Yep. Trying harder pushes things further. Yep. Pushes things further away. That's it. Decide, pray, believe, receive. And I walked in on this. You're always dropping gems. Oh, thank you, Beaming Goddess. Yes. Yes, thank you, self. We are one. That's it. That's it. There's only I am. I am everything. Everything is I am. Oh, thank you, Chelsea. There's only one spirit. There's only one power. And you need to just thank yourself. I am so thankful that I came to the awareness of self, and I am applying this truth, this knowledge, this love of myself to myself, about myself, right? Give no power to anything outside of you. Give no thanks to anyone outside of you. Now, we could thank each other like, oh, yes, I appreciate you. I'm thankful that you're sharing this, and I'm glad, but to that extent, we all here figuring it out, remembering who we are. Yep, only one self, which is out. Yep. Oh. Oh, Michael. That's my grandson's name, Michael. He's my little Buddha, my little wise one. That's my grandson's name. It's already done. You don't need to fix anything. Oh, you just need to accept who you are. You just have to transform your thinking. Transforming your thinking automatically transforms self. You are transformed by renewing your mind, thinking differently. Repentance, having a radical change of thinking, changing the way you see yourself, accepting the God state, accepting that you're God. That's all you have to do, is accept that you're God, that you are whole, that you are complete, that you speak those things that be not as though they were, that you don't worry. You don't give no thought to where you're going to sleep, what you're going to eat, what you're going to wear. You give no thought to that because the Father within you knows that you have all these things. Your only job is to what? Seek ye first the kingdom of God, the kingdom of your good, and all of his righteousness, the right way of thinking, and all of the things that you're asking for will be added. When you seek being God, you automatically get everything you need. It automatically is added to you. You don't have to work for this. You don't have to prove worthiness. You don't have to try to prove that you deserve it. You just have to accept that you already have it. Yes. That's it. All right, Richie. That's it.
Wow!
Even if you read,
Wow!
that's right. Yep. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yep. It's our story. This is our story. We write the script that we want. But that is amazing. So happy for you. All right, guys. It's time for me to get up off of the scene. Thank you for joining me this morning, this afternoon. It was a wonderful live once again. I appreciate you guys. Yes, you all enjoy the rest of your day too. It's a beautiful day here in the Shy once again. The sun is beaming. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I thank you for sunshine. I thank you for rain. I thank you for joy. And thank you for rain. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Oh, okay. Just joining. All right, T. When are my lives? Usually during the day around I used to come on between 10 or 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'll be back tomorrow night for the book club meeting. We're reading Neville Goddard's 5 lessons. We're on the 4th lesson. We'll finish up the 3rd lesson if anyone has anything else to add regarding the 3rd lesson, but we'll be on the 4th lesson, which is what? No one to change but self. Go and get those free ebooks. Links are in the bio. You all have a beautiful, wonderful day, and prime your mind, prime yourself to live as God, because you are God.